This is a poem by Robert W. Service called The Shooting of Dan McGrew. The boys were whooping it up in the Malamute Saloon. The kid that handles the music box was hitting a ragtime tune. Back at the bar in a solo game sat Dangerous Dan McGrew. Watching his luck was his light of love, the lady that's known as Lou. Went out in the night, which was 50 below. Into the din and the glare, there stumbled a miner fresh from the creeks, dog dirty and loaded for bed. He looked like a man with a foot in the grave and scarcely the strength of a louse. Yet he tilted a poke of dust in the bar, and he called for drinks for the house. There was none could place the stranger's face, though we searched ourselves for a clue. But we drank to his health, and the last to drink was Dangerous Dan McGrew. There are men somehow that just grip your eyes and hold them hard like a spell. And such was he, and he looked to me like a man who had lived in hell. With a face most hair and the dreary stare of a dog whose day is done, as he watered the green stuff in his glass, and the drops fell one by one. Then I got to figuring who he was and wondering what he'd do, and I turned my head, and there watching him was the lady that's known as Lou. His eyes went rubbering around the room, and he seemed in a kind of a daze. Till at last that old piano fell in the way of his wandering gaze. The ragtime kid was having a drink. There was no one else on the stool. So the stranger stumbled across the room and flops down there like a fool. In a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt he sat, and I saw him sway. God, what that man could play. Then all of a sudden, the music changed. So soft that you scarce could hear. But you felt that your life had been looted clean of all that it once held dear. That someone had stolen the woman you loved. That her love was a devil's lie. That your guts were gone, and the best for you was to crawl away and die. Was the crowning cry of a heart's despair. And it thrilled you through and through. Until I noticed the look on the face of Dangerous Dan McGrew. Came back of an ancient wrong, and it stung like a frozen lash. And the lust awoke, to kill, to kill! And the music stopped with a crash. The stranger turned, and his eyes they burned in a most peculiar way. In a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt he sat, and I saw him sway. Then his lips went in kind of a grin, and he spoke, and his voice was calm. And boys, says he, you don't know me.
And none of you care a damn. But I want to state, and my words are straight, and I'll bet my poke they're true, that one of you is a hound of hell, and that one is Dan McGrew.
Then I ducked my head and the lights went out and two guns blazed in the dark. And a woman screamed and the lights went up. Two men lay stiff and stark. Pitched on his head, pumped full of lead, was Dangerous Dan McGrew. While a man from the creeks lay clutched to the breast of the lady that's known as Lou. Well now, these are the simple facts of the case, and I guess I ought to know. They say that the stranger was crazed with hooch, and I'm not denying it's so. I'm not so wise as the lawyer guys, but strictly between us two. The woman that kissed him and pinched his coat was the lady that's known as Lou.